This is not in danger of getting doomed before that's activated.
Plenty of discussion going on in the Navi camp after that. As you can see, Mineski are already in their seats. They're ready.
They've had a few echo slams that, even by Febi's own admission, he feels like they weren't so great. We'll have to see how he does here.
Bit of a whiff.
Yeah. It happens sometimes. You just got to be. I think it's promising that he's able to just kind of shrug it off, make light of it. Kyle was even talking about it, that it's a benefit for Mineski here, or at least especially for Febi. There's not a lot of pressure on him, really.
Absolutely.
A bit of pressure onto Ajit though, so they will get those stacks up, but unfortunately they immediately get purged off of Crystallize. Probably not something that they really considered when they picked the Monkey King in this situation, is that the Oracle is a very strong hero against it in lane, both the disarm and the purge.
Absolutely, as well as just being able to purge their own team.
Yeah, they're going on to the Jakiro here. Can they actually do anything to help him out? They do get the shackles out, they're healing him a little bit. They haven't quite brought him down, and it is actually going to be first blood going back the other way. Ajit a little bit out of position, and he gets brought down. Febi now also being chased. Nothing that Boogie can really do. Febi does try for the stun. Nice dodge from Crystallize, and they will secure themselves. Is he just running to the tower to get his mana back? Okay, so Misha, they kind of saw that this happening, but nobody on Mineski can bother rotating. And this might give them a...
Yeah, and I really liked the decision for Chu to actually rotate down to that bot lane, right? It was essentially a quote-unquote losing lane for them. Oh, actually, going on to Chu now.
Yeah, got some pressure on him. He tried to run back over towards the rest of his team. Crystallize now getting involved, though, so looks like it might be at least a little bit of a trade. And Chu actually surviving. Boogie gets brought down. They didn't have... So, yet another kill for Navi, and losing lane in quotes for the Doom, but he's just been backlaning. And Blizzy doing just fine, though. May have overstepped it a little bit here. Boogie rotating up and grabbing a
very effective, and then the BKB needs to come after that. You don't prioritize damage too much, it's just living for as long as possible.
Chu needs to be a little bit careful, gets slowed down by the plasma field. He's taking quite a lot of damage. Blizzy going to try and help him out, but Ninja Boogie with one more nuke. His positioning has been really nice so far this game. Just right place, right time, got that Doom kill, now picks up that kill. Super solid.
Super solid overall. It's just the Monkey King that's really keeping opposed to, you know, just farming up and having that kind of impact. You know, we remember his days of building the Faceless Void, and, you know, he's not in the meta.
Oh, Moon, okay, here comes the backstab. They want Misha. Quick Avatos combo, and that is going to be a quick kill for Moon. It needs to get a fast Blink Dagger or Shadow Blade and just get kill after kill after kill.
I don't think they spotted that out. Maybe just got a glimpse of Magical.
Yeah, they see him now, and there's not really any help on the way. They're going to toss it back. A little bit of lockdown. TP is coming in from the Doom. They've also got Crystallize here to try and punish, but Moon just going to try and escape. He does have a TP scroll, but looks like no real opportunity to use it, and it's all 5 heroes from Navi rotating to punish this Tiny as they bring him down.
5 heroes, only giving away 232 gold, but they are aware of that Observer Ward that was placed down.
Oh, alright, well, Boogie does manage to pick up this bouncer and taking a little bit of damage in return, but KP coming over just to help. Got a prediction from you. Who do you think's got this first game?
I think it's Mineski in this game, just because of the draft. Not any favoritism.
Okay, alright. Ninja Boogie, a little bit of danger. Chu also connecting for this gank. Should be a pretty easy kill. The disarm making it a little bit slower, but Crystallize finishes it off. A little bit more progress towards his echoing.
The typical way that he builds it is the Manta into the Skadi, even Boots of Travels and Lincolns, and I think Lincolns is a pretty good item here.
Well, alright, Magpire coming out. This is some damage. They are going to look to focus down Ninja Boogie first since he is the saving support. They also trap him inside of the Mass Serpent with lots of ultimates committed from Navi, but it's only the one kill, and Crystallize is actually looking for a little bit
forward into a tower. Ajit wasn't part of that team fight at any big deal, but...
Oh, they're waiting Febi with the Spike Carapace. They could hear it crystallize up in the trees, and they will easily bring him down. That is also a dominating streak, and the Macropyre is on the waves. But
I wonder if they're going to put something onto this this high ground below the tier 2 tower in the bot lane, you know, just because you're up against a Monkey King.
Okay, well, we were wondering when this is going to happen, and I think it's somewhat of an inevitability. Moon finally finding a pick off with his Blink Dagger, but is he going to get out of here with his life? Still 4 seconds to go, and Blizzy has already found him. There's the Doom coming in, and Mineski, they're not even looking to help him. They're just trying to find kills elsewhere on the map. He is going to get run down here. No chance he escapes from the Doom. It's just whether or not Mineski can find something out of this being used. Navi still without, despite not having the Doom, they are looking for this fight. Chu TP's in, gonna try and pincer them somewhat. They've also got the Doom already up onto the high ground. He gets rooted, getting somewhat isolated away from his team. The Shrine is helping to keep him alive a little bit longer, but Navi, they just don't have everybody here just yet. Magical runs for it, but needs to be careful. KP's got quite a lot of stolen damage. Crystallize does have, especially without their Terrorblade there.
Ajit happy to just sit on this bottom bounty rune. Look to pick it up very, very shortly.
Maybe really wants this bounty. Is it going to be worth his life for it? He does manage to grab it, but looking like he's dead. Boogie thinking about saving him. Does go for the ultimate pretty much right away. They do get a nice ward trap, though. Boogie just managing to get through that as Moon is actually somewhat isolated in the river. They get the toss back up onto the high ground. Crystallize just going to go for the ultimate, though. That might be exactly where he wants to be. Still taking quite a lot of damage. KP draining him out. And Moon, he hasn't even died just yet. They let him get off another avalanche. They're trying to chase up onto the high ground to save the Monkey King, and they don't even bother killing the Tiny. Finally, Moon will go down. We have a buyback from the Oracle as it looks like Razor will just barely survive this Doom. Nicely played by Boogie.
Yeah, those Purifying Flames, just making him a little bit more pure stats. Like, he just needs to survive for as long as possible right now, because I think in an ideal world, Navi wants that Doom to go on.
Well, alright, somewhat of an awkward engagement. Boogie runs forward out of the tree, taking a lot of damage. Crystallized there to back him up. Gets out a nice boundless strike as well. The Jakiro helping him out. They do have the lockdown onto the Razor. Can they keep KP alive? Boogie does have that false promise. Gets him out of the shackle, and Moon is actually jumping in, looking for a little bit more. The Stone Gate's coming out, trying to protect their captain. Misha is going to be, will be brought down, but they're looking towards Moon. He won't look at the Medusa, but he's just getting punched in the back, and they do lose Ajit a little bit of time up on the high ground. He got hit by the Stone Gaze. Crystallized still inside of his ultimate, so he's got plenty of armor, but it finally fades now as Ajit starts to lay in with the auto attacks. Choose the first target. Can they finish him off? They will manage to do so, but they've also lost.
You know, Moon being picked off relatively earlier on before he can get off that second combo.
It feels as though Moon just traded his life for the Jakiro, and that really, to me, does not seem very worth it. Now Febby in a little bit of danger mid, making the cute play, but Blizzy just finds him out. It's just ward up on the high ground, so
sending Boogie first.
Up.
So that it's only a position 5 that goes down.
If he doesn't have his ultimate, so not a huge deal. And they do actually find out Chu. That's going to start the fight. They bring down the Shadow Shaman very quickly. He does have a buyback available. They now get the Doom over onto the Razor. BKB popped along with the Stone Gaze from the Medusa. They're trying to run down KP, but he's still tanking up a decent amount. Ajit not going to pop the Metamorphosis. Believes that KP is just straight up dead and will disengage. But they're still thinking about a Regoose here. KP almost brought down. They've also lost the secondary support, and now it's trouble for the Medusa as they pop the Metamorphosis. She took the wrong path around on this fight, but still quite tanky. Butterfly helping out. Blizzy jumps in, gets a 3-man stop, but the toss back from Moon. They will catch onto Magical. They bring him down to Scotty, slowing down Blizzy, and that is going to be the end of this.
And a single melee creep is still with them, so they're able to push into this tier 3. No backdoor protection. This will be a lane of rats.
No glyph either.
Oh, it's a lot committed. They're probably going to be able to take this, even rotate back towards that Roche pit.
And we've seen the power of the Terrorblade earlier in this event, and feeling very, very similar in this situation. You take a bad fight against TB when he's got his Manta, when he's got the Metamorphosis, and started the fight the way that they really wanted to.
Yeah, well, there's a few seconds until at least 4 of Navi are going to be back online. Another 10 seconons until this
another Avatos combo from Moon.
Yeah.
He knows that he's not going to, he's not playing with them in the next tournament.
Yeah,
that is 100% guaranteed. Oh, they found Crystallized. Yep, they found him up on the high ground. He does manage to jump down. They're tossing Febby in on top of him. Let's get stunned up, broken, tries to dodge the stun, dodges the damage, but will still be brought down nice and easy. And Moon, he's very a little bit of a slow start. Boogie trying to get some wards down, but does just evade into the fog.
Oh, Ajit.
Yeah, Terrorblade just charging at Chu here. They are channeling up the Fortune's End, so Chu in a little bit of trouble. The rest of the team quite far away, but Moon closing the gap, and Chu, is he actually going to be able to make it inside of the base? They're going to toss forward once again. It's KP straight into the 2 supports. There's no lane of racks here, no tower to protect them, and with 3 heroes dead, they do need to be a bit careful about disengaging once all of this wears out, but for now, Mineski just trying to siege at this tower 100%. They're playing nice and defensively, not grouping up. No opportunities for 2-man Boundless Strike or 2-man Ice Path, anything like that. They're also pushing bottom at the same time, splitting up Navi somewhat. The Medusa can only be in one of these 2 lanes, and Mineski know that. So just 2-pronged attack from them. One more hit to finish off this tower. Ajit, a little bit afraid of committing, perhaps. Only has a little bit left of the Metamorphosis, about a quarter duration, but we'll take a few more free pot shots. Could have maybe gone for the range drags instead of the melee, but
popping their own smoke as well on Febby and Ninja Boogie. Ajit going to come in behind them, but it's still 20 seconds or so until that meta is back online.
But it could come up during this fight, so I think Mineski's still thinking about it. Moon, what's he seen? He pops the BKB, just wants Misha. He will run away from his team, knows that he's 100% dead. Down he goes.
Sieging high ground very, very shortly.
Yeah, Blizzy does have the blink now, so could find some kind of a Blink Doom opportunity, but can they actually bring down Ajit? That's the question. Ninja Boogie's there with the save, and I think they just kite backwards now as they also see the Wukong's command coming out. Crystallize is just going to chase forward. They 100% have to kill this Terrorblade or the fight's going to turn out really, really badly for them. And you can see Ajit, he's already turning back around, looking for the fight. Blizzy's the one caught out, and the rest of this team just has to retreat. Boogie was waiting for that Doom. Mineski, once again, one step ahead.
That power of information that they just have, they knew exactly where they could be approaching from.
They tried to toss back, but unfortunately jumped straight into the ice path. The rest of Mineski coming over now. Ajit still very strong. Magical, what can he do? He pops the DKB. There's an auto-attacking into Moon, but KP's there with the Link, making it difficult for Magical to disengage, and he's really not going to do any damage with his full Link duration going. Moon instead just jumps onto Chu, brings him down, and Mineski looking towards one more lane of racks. The Glyph is going to defend it for a little bit, and they do now have a BKB up on the Monkey King, but what can Crystallize actually do in these fights? They're going to jump in on top of Ajit. Blizzy also buying back. They're making their bid right now. Navi, this is do or die for them. Can they stop the Sunder? They won't be able to. Ajit survives, brings down Blizzy one more time, and Mineski just looking like one more day at the office for them as they bring down a secondary lane of racks. Just kill after kill after kill. Super
Magical's doing nothing. He's had all of his damage drained.
No.
Sure, he can pop his ultimate, but they just look away, take the range racks, and GG is called by Navi. Clinical game one.
Absolutely clinical Dota.
And look at this, like we talk about taking some of the emotions out of Dota, complete stone faces on all of Mineski. And KP goes bonkers when he wins games, so that shows how focused they are.
Potentially aggressive because the PA would take too long.
I don't like this Lurk a ton against Pango, and again, I feel like it's a bit too...
All 6 cores quite a lot. Even the supports, couple of CS here and there, just from the waves being dragged. It isn't really that much of a laning stage, to be honest. Lots of creeps being dragged, lots of farming. Tiny bit of pressure on the Medusa here, and they are running forward as well with Chu. Ajit doesn't have a support just yet. He's trying to team back up with Ninja Boogie, just juking into the trees, but they're going to find him, and here comes the Shackle. Blizzy can't quite get in position for the auto attacks, though. Should have another swashbuckle soon, and that is going to be your first blood. Magical getting chased down by Moon here at the mid lane, but just harassing him. They're both getting super low. Nobody else really intervening. The toss is coming back off cooldown. Moon still chasing. Can he finish this kill? Magical jukes into the tree line and gets the salve off. Gets the HP advantage in this situation. The jukes continue. Moon maybe diving a little bit too far. There's another shrapnel, and he will finally be brought down. Boogie also rotating over, but no way that he'd or really pressure this objective that much. But it looks like Febby preferring to play down here instead.
Yeah. I mean, KP would love to have a Seder creep. Oh,
Blizzy jumps forward really aggressively just to get some harassment onto Ajit. Looks like he might just be straight up dead for that. One more auto attack and they feed the kill onto them with done KP's life, but once again, pretty tanky with his phase boots, helping out the armor situation. And now a little bit of trouble for Febby. Looks like he just wanted to come in here and maybe get some dewarding done over at mid lane, but this should be a free kill either for Chu or for Magical. One more auto attack from Chu is going to do it. Moon is nothing that he can really find, unfortunately, though. He is going to have pretty good control over this mid lane for the next little bit and try and get some damage onto the tier 1 tower.
Yep.
And again, same story. KP actually just stands right in place, completely dodges the Illuminator. Bottom Ninja Boogie gets brought down by Blizzy, and it's Blizzy getting turned around on now. So I'm sure he's having no trouble whatsoever. Actually, I'm going to have to go back and watch the replay to check that out. That's really cool. I was going to ask if there were any stacks over on the Navi side potentially as well. They're not too bad at clearing them either. Shrapnel, Illuminate, etc. KP getting gone on once again, but the Illuminate was already used a second ago. I don't think he's going down here, but they just want to pressure him. He's tanking up a lot, going for the Vanguard this game. We saw a greedier build from the Navi Doom in the previous game, going for the Midas.
Yeah, all the
nothing like that. Yeah, Misha in some danger. They've got the lockdown. Crystallize going to come in and try and help out, but his support is already dead. Stun not going to end up doing anything, and you said you didn't want to see any
way that he knows how to play the hero as well. We've seen in recent games that they've had here at the ESL 1 Mumbai. He's built treads.
All right.
Plays. Oh,
another attempt onto KP. Again, maybe just a little bit too tanky, and the RT being in here on the Tiny.
Tossing him.
Just tossing him over towards his teammates to ensure that damage. They bring him down, and they look for the +1 onto Crystallize. He has skilled up the ultimate, so he'll be back soon, but they've got an Infernal Blade. They've got a Doom. Can they actually bring him down? tossing him over onto Misha instead. Now looking for that kill. They are getting the sniper involved for this, trying for the turnaround. Both mid laners rotating.
Moon's in deep.
Moon in pretty deep, but he does have the phase boots coming off cooldown in a second. Boogie might be the one who gets caught instead, and the swashbuckle completely whiffing as Boogie will finally be brought down by the assassinate. Can they also bring down this tiny, nice chain stun coming in from the Rolling Thunder? They brought all 3 cores up here from Navi. They had...
Absolutely. He's like, sure, why not?
Yeah.
I'll take that 2,200 gold lead. Thank you very much.
Ooh, Febby. All right. Is he going to try for this deny at bottom? He's going to pop out of the trees. Doesn't quite get it. A little bit mistimed, unfortunately. And there are 4 Navi heroes down here to punish him for the attempt. I think it would have been worth it if he'd gotten it.
It would have, and honestly, no, I mean, I just think Mineski are going to be able to roll over them much sooner. Like, it's a 2,000.
Looking at KP, he's very tanky though. 4 heroes here. They do pop down the Will-O-Wisp. Defensive swap brings him further away. Can they actually finish off this kill? He's still tanking, and the rest of the team is turning up. Boogie can save him with the ultimate. This Vanguard plus the crit.
I didn't realize we had started.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
This is our teams. One
No mana.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Don't go off half-cut.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh my.
Radiant's bottom tower is falling. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, the irony is rich.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Fortune's change.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Look out for fallen rocks!
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Call them now!
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks. Radiant's top tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower is under. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire are scanning.
New treasures.
A little something extra. For you.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
There's no heart colder than mine.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Give us a kiss.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire victory.
Declined. Think Navi's lineup is too fast for that regard. That also kind of hurts the idea of Death Prophet, but they could still work with
Waves for KP right now, but instead he's opting to prioritize pressure on the mid lane, secure the lane for the Dragon Knight a little bit more.
Well, because he's not, KP's had to rotate through, stop this camp from being denied to the neutrals. This means more and more fun.
Spin at bottom, Blizzy in some danger, body blocks as well. Nicely played by Ajit, and that's going to be your first blood. Nothing that Misha could really do to save him. We'll throw out another dual breath for a little bit more harassment, but that is about it. And Febi's actually stacking camps at the same time, so not just harassing the mid lane.
He's stolen a little bit, despite having more denies on this Dragon Knight. He is behind the Lina in experience, maybe just slightly inching ahead just then, but he's rotating towards top now.
Oh, Misha now caught out at bottom. They picked this jug, and he's having a great start.
Centaur, you know, you get the retaliate stacks up, you can quickly clear it out with a double edge. You're probably not going to die, you know, coming up. It would mean a full rotation.
Misha getting gone on once again. Blizzy, can you actually do anything to save him? Doesn't really look like it. Ajit right on top of him. It's going to be yet another kill. They also get the Arctic Burn onto Blizzy, and they're auto-attacking into him. This is quite a lot of damage from Ajit, and he does have boots chasing him down on the top side of the map. Chu also getting gone on, and it looks like he's going to make it back to his tower, and so too will Blizzy. But this is a lot of pressure being put on Navi in this laning stage.
Ninja Boogie going for both bounty runes as well. Looks like he'll be able to snare the one on the Dire side.
Oh man, that's going to be a lot of gold for Mineski. Yeah, look at this gold gain just rack up more and more. And that is already a 2K net worth lead 5 minutes into the game. They are under the tower here at mid. Magical, what are you doing here?
Got Febi coming through.
Yeah, forces out a TP rotation. Febi also making his way through. Nice Fissure. Going to prevent Magical from getting back up onto the hill, and he doesn't land the Light Strike Array on anyone. Everyone on Mineski just dodging out of the way. One more Breathe Fire from Moon, and that'll be a night. Had also already drifted over into position. And yeah, there you go. Hashtag Febi. Chat wheel's one thing, all chatting is another.
Yeah, something else entirely. That Retaliate really starting to do a lot of work in the bottom
trouble
lane.
for KP at top as well, getting caught out. Nice rotation from Misha, giving up on the bottom lane somewhat. Moon once again with the ultimate popped. Just chipping away at this tier 1 tower. This is what, to me, this is like one of the best features of the Dragon Knight. Oh, Febi wanted to go on Magical once again, and might still be able to. This is quite a lot of damage, and Moon closing the gap. Febi punching in with the double damage. Ninja Boogie also over here. Blizzy, will he be able to save his core? Magical gets brought down. Chu's also rotating over, but with no Lina, they've got no damage and no hope of killing any of these heroes. On the Dragon Knight, it's not completely uncommon, but to me it feels like because KP's not really the initiator, maybe a blink.
Yeah, I don't mind the blink at all.
They're going for KP. Speaking of him up top, he did get the Heavenly Grace off, so able to run this off somewhat. Pretty tanky, 1400 HP. Febby looking to come in and close this off as Moon also rotating. They split up the supports from the cores and just focus the softest targets first. Go for Chu. Now look towards Misha. Doesn't even have boots or a TP on this Jakiro, and he's just going to get run down, it looks like.
Or is he?
One more stun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no escaping from these two heroes. And once again, the bottle refill, he's got an arcane bottled at the moment.
Yeah.
So
KP doing a little bit of what I thought he might have done in the
they're going for Blizzy at bottom. They have managed to slow him down a little bit. He's got the Stampede. Not willing to use it. TPs are coming in. They're actually looking for the turnaround, but he doesn't land the stomp successfully, though the creep wave turns up at an unfortunate time, and Ajit overextending perhaps. Cold Embrace going to buy him a few more seconds, but Navi are here and ready to go. They were actually smoking on the Shadow Shaman and the Lina
ability, but also you can just right-click a lot harder.
Yeah, where does he go from here? Does he max out the Grace, or do you want to see more points in degen? Ajit, alright, finds Magical, getting some damage onto him. Chu, don't know how much he's really going to be able to help out, but Ajit needs to be careful as the spin runs out. He needs that last auto attack to finish the kill, and Chu couldn't quite lock him down in time. Ajit also chasing for one more. Chu, what can he even do? The crit chops his head clean off. I guess that's why you force it. You stand there and you watch him complete the TP, right? A little bit of lockdown onto this Earthshaker. He's very, very, very close to his Blink Dagger, but Febby is going to get caught here and pushed back.
Space.
Yeah. Do you think that's a fight that they just couldn't take? Misha looking pretty dead in this situation. Drum getting popped, and he is completely isolated from his team. Tries for a little ring around the Rosie. They used the Stampede to try back right behind his other support.
Yeah, oh, they're trying to chase him down. You've got Moon TPing in. Doesn't have the pistol
just trying to TP out, not realizing exactly what's going on here. He summons up the Skeletons. I don't think it's going to do that much damage. Ajit looking to burn out his mana. Big crit as he loses his first life. Chu just going to go TPing out, and Crystallize looking dead twice here. Radiance not helping him nearly as much this game as he gets auto attack down.
Look at that line.
Forward, they do see that the Shrine is available, so they need to let them get away from that before they go for the fight. And looks like they should just be able to grab Chu quickly. The Hex is not going to do anything against the Heavenly Grace, and Chu just gets spun down. Navi still running forward. Again, I pose the question, are they actually going to have enough damage in these upcoming fights? And Febby, well, will have very scary with
still 40 seconds until this reincarnation is back off cooldown. Still not backdoor for another 5 or so seconds, but I don't think they'll mind too much.
Yeah, and all they have to do is just sit back with the two supports, right?
Yep.
Febby at the ready, Ninja Boogie ready to go. Moon's just charging in onto Chu, and he's just out of position. There's nothing that they can do to defend him, so that's the Shadow Shaman dead. Crystallize is sitting here just trying to aggro the creep wave off with the Radiance Brim, but they've got the Siege Creep also helping them out. Blizzy now jumps in. They look for the Juggernaut first, but there's just too much healing, and they've locked down the Centaur. Does have the Stampede to disengage, and it looks like Mineski will just let him walk away, but the Tier 3, 21 minutes into this game, Mineski, this is what their lineup is built to do, and they're just taking the racks.
Just the patience from Febby and Ninja Boogie as well, sitting right there on the backside. They've got the threat of the Echo Slam and the Winter's Curse.
They're positioned exactly at the range that they need to be with the Fissure.
They're trying to
they're trying to backstab them actually at the moment. They need to be a little bit careful. The Centaur's back there. Ajit does seem to suspect what's going on though. It's getting a bit split up. Moon in a bit of a dangerous situation, but he's so damn tanky. They've already lost life number 1 on the Wraith King, and Blizzy just dragging the Omni Slash over onto his other hero. Blizzy in big trouble, getting spun on by Ajit. He'll die over inside of the base. KP and Moon are just standing their ground. They kill off Crystallize. It's 2 dead. They do have buybacks available, but Navi probably not interested in using them. They do still have Tier 2 towers in both top and bottom, but are Mineski just going to keep on going here, Danog?
There's nothing stopping them. They're going to get this Tier 2 in the bot. Sorry, Omni Slash down for 80 as well, but you don't have the Mass Serpent Wards. You don't have the Reincarnation for another minute. And
if you're Navi, what do you do? Do you have to wait out the Aegis? So they're trying to smoke up and make something happen, but again, I just don't think they have the damage.
Yeah.
What is that on the ground?
They're trying to catch Febby behind.
Okay.
Like just so that
again,
there's
the wraparound.
Yeah,
they want the supports, but Boogie's deep inside the trees. Is going to be difficult to get on top of. And the Echo Slam immediately onto 2. Febby's not going to let them anywhere near Ninja Boogie. Sends them both to their grave, and that is the GG called. It only takes 1 Echo from Febby, and that is going to be the series for Mineski as they move forward onto the grand finals.
Fantastic positioning coming out from Mineski.